This is scoreboards. I don't know whether there's anywhere they can come in it.
Underneath the scoreboard there's a plug.
Is there?
Yeah. It would fit perfect on one. No, not about that. Come on.
If this goes there, right, that bricks, right, away everything sits there. The camera will get more boots in. He must have run the television line. He's putting it on Ian. He used to pick him up. I did that. Yeah. You going after go early then and move it. As you're coming and going, people just watch out for the power cable that's underneath the chair. It's mainly set to the end.
Takes it out.
Yeah.
How's it going?
Right, right, top of the league, are you? Hey? Who does these handicaps in these looking at?
I lost it.
Use this side. I will need the stewards on Friday to this handicaps, don't we, John?
There's certain people who had the two penneth work in
I've said it for years. I've given Andy Butcher 232 head start this one.
How's it then, Lee?
He's playing well, isn't he? I knew I was in big trouble when I gave him one.
Yeah.
Because you play him out in the club.
Yeah, so the big shorts on there.
That's it.
Yeah. Which numbers do you have here? You've got 1, 2.
Dave's just saying what numbers have you got now?
Or who isn't here, shall we say?
I think he's not here.
Yeah.
Well, do you want me to write it? He's on. You or Steve?
Are you the golf club?
Hello, by the way.
Oh, hello.
Just thinking of it, it'll be about 8.
Okay. I went to Italy 10 years ago, one experience. They say that when you're putting down the front of a Volkswagen vehicle, on a lot of sedans, you just don't stop like Yeah. Well, fair
began to pull out there.
Is that the handicap?
Doubles and what?
Are you bothered when you play?
Jamie's quit and Aidan's away, and Peter's away with another team.
Then we'll have Ruben and Rob
I
first.
know they've just signed somebody else on. I'll send you that message anyway. I know they've just signed somebody else on tonight.
We're going to have Thursday. I'm away, James is not playing, we're unsure as why, something to do with the baby, I suspect. Aidan's away as well, do apologise for to the other team.
I mean, it's the first time I do come to a semi-final.
Feel well enough to give it a go.
Well, that didn't sound out for like, can we rearrange it, did it? Has there been a row in it? Because he's normally just asking to put it back, wouldn't he?
Send us that message.
Yeah.
You know what, I don't mind.
I don't mind here, Friday, it's Simon Town retirement day. You know, we're supposed to play with them.
Alright.
Can we play a bit early, can we play half 12 or so? I've got text Friday with me, he's opening from 12.
Yeah. Half 12.
Half 12 would be me, because
Just put it on that group because I'm a bit fucking dense.
Simon's retirement thing starts at 2 o'clock in town. If that's all right. Thanks, mate.
What about you guys next week?
You want to get on?
That's what I'm
Ian's opponent isn't here, so
I don't want to sound callous here, but I don't want to put this through.
I don't want to go through. You know me, I don't play games.
Nah, I'll No, not yet. Stuff me tea down it.
Are you giving him 7 stars?
No, I was just checking it was that's the thing. Just get a pint. Just get a pint. No, not cause. You got Fosters or something?
Yeah, Fosters on. I'll text
I'll have that.
Think about rearranging it and get in contact with Rob. What did you text me on? I was doing that. Saves us a rep as well. Saves us that rep
Ah.
No, no, I don't need to. It's fine. One.
Seven.
Just approaching me. Yeah.
11.
14.
One.
That's a good plan, actually. That's our play. Okay. I don't score anyway.
Seven.
Taking a risk over the final game of the season. Madueke, who won't be in a neat race. It's disappointing that his last game before the World Cup is not with his 14. But he said that's just a consequence of the schedule, really.
Yeah, we can see how England are setting up with Gordon on the left hand side, Rogers on that right hand side, Foden giving the false nine, but also Paul Palmer giving licence just to drop into that 10 position as well. So two wide players and two false, so important at the moment.
Lots and lots and lots of
Towards that right side, where they're going high up. Does for Arsenal, that's to go on the overlap on the outside of the winger. Rogers takes it, cutting that line, that will see it.
Ben White being really disappointed with this Saturday. Just panics in a little bit, just gets caught out, and that cross there, absolutely one in the box. Two on the edge of Jihad. Should have just pushed, took the chance. Always going to get his crossing going towards Pickford. Take a chance to get into the box. Jamie Moriyasu.
So big German twice, and Brazil recently. Followed those high turnovers, which is just unsettled England.
Due to a really terrible catch. Pressing's good with that pass. Take a chance there, but last match. You have to force the issue at times with the first 10 minutes of the game. Whether you keep box, good idea. Sloppy from him, it really is, on this left hand side. Miscommunication between O'Reilly and Gordon. And a bit of a sloppy play at the back for Gay as well. Nearly caught Pickford out. They're all over you. As soon as you get a chance to get rid of the ball, hit a white shirt at the moment and not finding the target.
Slow start of the game on Saturday against Scotland up at Hampton Park, but that was mainly down to the fact that they were playing the hopefuls and then dripped in the experience the longer the game went on. They started with more of the experienced players in this game, and they come out with intent.
Japanese decision in the community team as well. Just starting.
Experience at Wembley 10 days ago. He scored twice in the space of 4 minutes in the Carabao Cup final for Manchester City. Gordon again. Durant aggressively at Watanabe. Watanabe left it to Fekton. this referee tonight, Walsh. We do have VAR as well. Keeping an eye on things. He was very visuals on Friday night, Thomas Tuchel.
Well,
Done by Moreno. Wrestle away from Elliot Anderson. He's given away a free kick here. It's good to see Norfolk actually survive that tackle from Araujo on Friday night.
It was a split second off the broken ankle there. He just managed to get some weight off it. Very lucky.
Ito, who's progressing down that side, scored the winner against Scotland on Saturday evening. Ponta.
18.
England realise now that Japan are going to be all over them like a rash.
19.
I think one of the things the other night, in turning cons, that didn't put enough runs beyond that final line against Uruguay. Already have seen the potential for that. Rodgers coming off that right hand side, Gordon wants to run behind as well. That's a good sign for England. It's just a matter of getting the 2-10s on the ball and putting those passes in. At the moment, the runs are being made, just not finding the target. It's a bit slow delivery.
Few spaces for England to explore. It's taking some single but that's the case. Yeah, and sort of not bounding forward. Room for Holland to back to Elliot Anderson. Now Ben White.
34.
Thomas Tuchel then when Paul Parker got the ball running into the forward. His first pass was just a lay off. He's in space, he's such a good player.
Oh,
He would do suggest he play that pass a bit earlier. Forward.
People around Chelsea. Took the sixth and in the last four.
Oh, that free ball, sorry. I apologise.
Particularly good
Yeah, good honesty, mate.
Free ball.
Rodgers to feed that for the space that gaps. It was intercepted by Maga. That's a good record here at Wembley. It's got Palmer.
Take it again.
Turn it over now. Rodgers is
From there.
Yeah.
Well, we'll put it back where it was. And the last said it, you think they were joking.
It's a good run. Just delayed the pass, waiting for it to go into space and then just overhit it.
You may remember from the World Cup in 2022 that there was quite a debate over Carrot and Turner and whether or not the ball had gone out of play at the end of that match. So afterwards, I think
Foul.
he's not that extra noise.
Foul for.
It's in the World Cup game in Qatar. Very good. World Cup ball going out. Croatia on penalties. Anderson. From behind by Suduak.
You can see how technical they are as a side. Every single player so far has touched the ball, looks quality, comfortable with his feet. The movement off the ball, I think what is good. Runners, got some pace inside. We've seen the press already. They are all over you. Good positions as well. Sometimes you can have a half decent press, but you go in from the wrong positions. They seem to have it spot on at the moment.
Big too much on that, big too much free kick to England, the danger zone.
As you said, Sam's position is just down. yards outside the box. A good angle.
Well, it was from a Palmer delivery from which England scored their first goal. Sion Suzuki, the American Japanese goalkeeper, had to make a smart stop early doors at Hampshire from Scott McTominay on Saturday. You might have to be alert here. It's Palmer's delivery. It's been behind Anderson. Might go for Rogers inside the box. By Miroki Ito.
I should have put the steps on.
Yeah, good rule. Overlaps are all about timing, basis to the catching. Timing of the run, the weight of the pass, just like a Gordon, just dropping into that position, pulling it back then right. He's had one look. He's not really picked anybody out, couldn't quite see the white shirt he was looking for.
But it was him who eventually cracked it on Friday night, Ben White. A long time to break down. You're right that it meant that once he found the net, they scored in 21 consecutive matches. On the set piece, comes to the gaze, blocked inside the 6-yard box, Gordon cracks it, comes back to the
One.
for their lives. Future was the final Japanese player to clear it after a series of England efforts were blocked.
Marquet really well. He was on the penalty spot, fighting with his marker. He managed to get away from him, get the first header on goal, and then it was involved with him. Eventually it fell to him again.
Next scores some of the players rolling across the bottom of the screen. They scored for the Ivory Coast against Scotland at the Hill Dickinson Stadium in Liverpool tonight. Against Denmark. Denmark tonight faced the World Cup final in those 6 nationals just before Christmas. Down the outside of Ritsu Duran, the right track Frankfurt. Manages to produce the cross as well. Header away from Taniguchi.
It's a good wing play. Just see how quick you are. Knocked the ball out of his feet, just had a foot race with him. Now he knows he's quicker than the fullback. It just makes his job a little bit easier.
After a really good start by Japan, England started to play the football in their half. The last 5 minutes or so. Looking for a big switch out to Rogers. There in time.
Palmer just had a working game. Both in good positions then. Just in between the lines, shouting the ball. He decides to pin that out to right, and it's good. Just over there a little bit. That option, Foden and Palmer, is good. It's the two of them just splitting the midfield players. I'm not quite sure to go right or left.
Squeezing through to Buena. Dispossessed. Anderson. Because the back three and the 2 6s in front of that line, Thomas Tuchel did say that England would find it a little harder to press there. Have to be on it, he said. The area, the big switches of play that Japan really like to play, they favour those. Slightly through the door and track on to Foden. He was right. Just looking on his heels.
Yeah, it's better from him. His positioning wise, he's looking for size to try and get ahead of the back line. That little touch there, he's not far off.
Foden
squad now is to fight first. That you're really to be playing in this position. It has to be gaining an opportunity to look for Harry Kane wants to get an injury.
Good favourite.
Good phrase.
I'd focus well, but I ain't that couple of 14. Never missed a fucking easy ball.
The opponent to me, thinking so. Me and Alan then.
Do you want to have a think about what you want to do with this Thursday, this game which should be played on Thursday then?
I don't mind playing him again.
Yeah.
You can get a day,
Yeah.
it's all right.
What we'll do
Fitting him in the calendar, isn't it?
I'll text Peter and Eddie and find out if it can be played next Thursday or Thursday.
Because loads coming up, isn't it?
Yeah,
You know?
because all the finals have got to be played and stuff. You know, so
Doesn't have to be a Thursday.
it doesn't have to be a Thursday, of course, no. Because Thursday knackers well, Peter's finished with the game on Thursday, so
I don't look at my scratching anyway.
People just said
Rather
he's
play, wouldn't
he's
you?
away till the 7th, so anything, so away till the, comes back on the 7th.
right.
I just said we can't do the 8th because we've got the team knockout. We've got the 8th against the X. So he's going to have to work with his lads and...
Right. Okay.
All right, okay. Should have fucking cleared up after that, yeah. Fucking went get it.
It's always difficult to tell from here. Could you put the pink into the middle? Or is it?
It was a bit too fine, yeah. I certainly would have done that. To be honest, John, if I'd have hit it the other side of the pocket, it would have kissed him off the black.
Men all around them, it's very difficult to get to
Man, I cast him in the roughs last
Without a
night.
doubt, because that thing, I was
Going
in
to come
bed.
down from this go semi-final type of watch. Type of money. She's only this close to
Hey,
me.
mate, it was
Steve's played well, Tommy played really well last night.
In the team knockout on Wednesday, you only got beat by Paul Cowan on the block. In their match, you know, it was a close. If it was been an all it was close. But that probably won them the match because rather than being 30 or 40 or 50 behind, they were on 25 or
Chester, probably 20, 25 years ago now, we ended up wrecking final. Another match in Chester, Neil Jones, he was on the top, got to the World Championship quarter final in 1995. unreal, absolutely unreal. And Michael Craig Fowler against the final. And Neil Jones only beat him by like 30 or 40, like Craig scored about 50 points, Neil got about 80 something, and they won. That Craig's team won, they were all celebrating. Like, the main focus was Craig. It's like he didn't get to be part of the 40, he got beat by 30. Craig was an amazing player himself. There's no way.
One more issue for viewed the first 21 minutes of the game for the Japanese manager. Well, he'd be pleased. I mean, they started really well. Now they just settled into trying to force English. Possession away. He's nice and tight. He's got a lot of jabs. He's not a lot of jabs because he's always coming to feet. Loose pass at the end. Very well coordinated team that have been together for a very long time, Japan. Just in charge of the Olympic team and the 21s for a while as well as doing the first team national job. Pull a lot of these players through. This is Anderson. Dispossessed by the Brighton returner. And now a chance to break at speed. He's gone past Mango too easily. And there's space out on that far side. Whoever is waiting in the centre. Here's Returner. He's got too easy. Too easy. John Pickford is going for the first time since October 2024 in an England shirt. It's a quick turnover. And a rapid counter-attack. The recipe that Japan always follow. And Cameron Matoma, Brighton star, has come the visitors in front. We have to say it's a brilliant goal. Keep the ball away. England. Cole Palmer gets it stolen off him. Matoma's off. The ball out to the wide area and he just follows his run. It's just on the edge of the box. No one tracks him. He's just been left alone. You can't leave him alone. We know how good he is at finishing. We know how good a striker he can be. And he just passes it into Pickford's bottom left corner. It's a very, very good goal from Japan. 4 from England. You keep the ball away on the halfway line. You've got to have safety behind that. They didn't. They got ripped apart there. Well, we're going to have to get used to Japan playing like that for the summer. I think they'll be a team that scored quite a few goals in a similar manner. I think it wants to get some instructions onto his team now. And we have to get used to these as well. These are hydration breaks. Tonight is only going to last 60 seconds, but in the summer they will last nearly 3 minutes. And the idea is it's designed to help combat high temperatures. England wanted to practice one on Friday night, but Uruguay didn't. And that's the point, when you lose the ball like that, you just don't get back. You're trying to get back, but you don't. And when it gets pulled back to the edge of the box, Cole Palmer is probably just about 5 or 6 yards behind Matoma. It's not good enough.
Oh, Mike, it was just with obviously the kind of
we had the ball picked up his toes by the eventual goal scorer.
text
Came off the bench at half-time against Scotland. Really changed the game.
Eddie says that they've signed somebody else on tonight. I watched him. He's an old bloke. But he said there's a couple of young people he's trying to join them. So.
We'll see.
So the World Cup, we've got 3 minutes to fill.
Watching that last night.
I think Eddie does. I spoke to him on the phone today. No.
Everybody knows.
Well scored from there.
I don't mind England being put under pressure. 3 games to go, 2 warm-up games in America, but put them under pressure, let's see what they're made of, because there's going to be times in the World Cup, and it certainly doesn't go their own way.
Well, it's a test for the alternative to Harry Kane now, is there, because England need a goal.
Scoring so far.
Maybe skipping away neatly from Junior Ito. Now on to Gordon. O'Reilly bounding forward, flick to Anderson, he wasn't alive to it. Now broke, they managed to get it. Hold on. England have it back, Manu won it back. Round was one for Gordon from Foden. Still Gordon.
The XC just said I'm going to put it on the flight.
What's that?
Adam Turner.
Oh, right. Yeah. Oh, that's a big apparently, they were saying.
So I've texted you and said I hope he's as bad as his dad.
Inside right channel, they've got wider instead, England out to Rodgers. John Palmer's got to get himself back in the game, get his head back in the game, bounce back from that mistake. He's really seen much of the ball since England restarted things.
That's good, that's man.
Picked off by Canada. Bobby Manu gets there, wins it back. Almost ran into trouble, but did well enough to poke a boot out. Rodgers trying to get it through the middle, there's not been a hand there, should have taken away down. Ito will rightly judge since they were supporting his body with that left arm. Coming in with one, trying to skip his way past blue shirts.
Late foul. Late foul.
I thought you said, I didn't say,
I suppose we'll get some stick for that, will we, as well? Find wrong in that somewhere.
Paranoid. That's it. It's on the league, turned into Martin Keown. Not as many Martin players in the squad tonight. All those injuries on international duty. I guess we're
squeeze the ball in. Sounds a nightmare for fullbacks because he runs with the ball so close to his feet. He's a brilliant dribbler. As soon as the player's got it at his feet like that, you can't touch him. You don't know when to put your foot. Picked up again. Sent to Walter-Eder. Snatched away by Mark Gay, the England captain. Juniata. There's that big switch we were talking about. And it goes again. Mark clear by Gay. One wide. Martinelli comes back to Sam on the edge of the area. Way over the top. Yeah, it'll be disappointing that. He just sat up lovely for him. Sometimes when he pops up like that, we just get all excited and just hit it a bit too early. Thomas Tuchel did give a rest to some of his senior players to try and keep them fresh for the end of the season. We talked about the fact that he didn't want Declan Rice, Bukayo Saka and others to end up suffering like England players have done before going into tournaments. He talked about the number of minutes that all those players have played, and he was saying even before the little knocks that those two picked up, the discomfort that they had during the last week. But red flags already began to show just by the sheer number of minutes that all of these players have been playing. It's the reason why he split the squad and only brought a bigger names and more settled 11 back for this fixture against Japan.
Well, that's the balance of the international manager trying to get that right.
You do lose out, you're not playing your first team, but also you gain at the other end of it. It's just about getting that right. Time will tell whether he's got it right or not. At the end of the day, as much as it's important to try and hope his equal the World Cup tonight, it's much more important to have Declan Rice going fit. Otherwise, before we get to the World Cup, that's the first
As soon as Anderson gets the ball, you know what he's going to do. Straight onto that right foot. Two little touches and he's not far off. Good save for the keeper.
The effect of surprise if he doesn't make it to the World Cup in the starting position. We've got to get touched in the air. Well,
Anderson doesn't go to the World Cup. Means he's injured.
the only way he's not going as a start.
That's a start.
Probably would have got the ball on target. But Harry Kane when you needed really good run from that back up. That little thing, beautiful. What it does as well, just by lifting it a little bit and just the defender, the fullback, puts his foot in and just lifts over his boot. Valuable experience at the heart of the Manchester City setup. Racing away down that right-hand side by Testito. Knocks the ball through Rodgers. Maino keeps it alive. One final equaliser. Still going to have a shot on target in the game.
absolute miscontrol and you're on your blue shirt right next to you.
As you did say yesterday, there was a chance to show that Japan could perform in the best possible environment, measure themselves against world-class opponents. I believe the match is going to act as a bit of a World Cup market. As they need a level of intensity and quality, from a team like England. And he was pretty clear, he underlined the ambition yesterday. So many people in Japan think that winning the World Cup is impossible. But he doesn't.
They're a good side. Make no mistake. We're down without four, you can see that. Go deep for a sure.
They're beyond the last 16. The big hope is he gets to the quarterfinals at least this time around. Attempts on target so far in the game, and that was Carol Matumba's goal. 3 minutes which separates England and Japan. Into a knot of blue shirts, 6 of them wearing in there. They do drop into that compact shape, just like the middle of the edge of the penalty area, don't they? Make it so difficult to play through.
They would probably suggest to go a little bit wider, a little bit quicker.
You're right.
3 centre-backs do well, though. They get really narrow when England come into the middle of the pitch. They get really narrow when wing-backs drop in, make that 5, and then they just struggle in there and drop.
As well. Just a bit like he's okay. See if that goes into the problem, isn't it? Bearing in mind these as the season coming to bench for Manchester United. He's scoring a lot of goals in Dutch football. He is the top scorer in the area that he's in. Excellent record in his early part of his career. 14 goals in his first 17 starts. He's in the World Cup. Ended up at Hampton. He just scored. Back over the defence, the ball gets moving quickly, and Pickford has spotted the run in Morgan Rogers. So Sano. Brilliant in that. Great kick from Pickford.
I can't even send it.
Just going back to
No.
Is there anywhere near the cue ball?
playing between 2 centre-backs, and one of them is got just going, you know what, I'll leave the space, I'll take the player. He just decided just to let him run in between them. It's easy.
Give us the spine now, right?
Up on the end of the alley, there's also useful.
It's an issue with a bit of ball line. Tossing the ball into field goal is not really the option, is it?
No, but they should have midfield players in there as well.
You're making hard work of it.
Blue shirt, two blue shirts for a few white ones for the moment. So when they get the ball wide, it's going to be quicker. Everyone's made a couple of good overlaps on that right hand side. Gordon looks threatening on this left hand side, but he's not really been in extended position, cross position.
Right, get the swan out, the swan out next.
Followed by 2 with the free kick.
Looks like a set piece sorting out for the
Not afraid of it either, and they're certainly honest about using them. Thomas Tuchel has talked about the build-up to these two international games. So they lock the door against Blue and White. Maybe they'll take that again tonight. Rogers, Atkinson, Dave, all inside the penalty area. O'Reilly scored 2 headers at that end of the ground last Sunday. Delivery.
Similar sort of area, but not far with a bit of fizz on it. She's good about that.
Substitutes available for both teams tonight. Not many have made at half time. Whether or not they're trying to through 3 different windows as they've got in the second half. Just an occasional self-respect as they've been back to prime time.
Yeah. Give it a bit more time. Now, 65 minutes or so before the full substitution. I can't see. It's not enough to go on in that 45 minutes. You've got to give them a bit more time. They're a good side, Japan, so it's not necessarily about 17 years you've done this, you haven't done that. Belgium is a very good side, so take that into consideration.
England have never lost to an Asian nation, but that might change tonight. It's just Rob Donald was just as extra, came up with the moment that has put Japan in front, and we'll review all of the action very shortly with Julian Lescott and Ian Wright in the next few minutes. Half time at Wembley is in the nil, Japan 1.
England men's football. You probably wouldn't celebrate a draw. You'll be celebrating this draw because People's Postcode Lottery's big spring win is back. And you could win a share of £25.7 million in their April draws. Ooh, sign up by midnight tonight to get your draw.
Oh, Steve, you're in a pickle. Yes, Mrs. Jenkins, I will look after your household overway. Right now, lunchtime spicy burritos making a comeback, making every instruction she's giving you sound like Rennie neutralizes 99% of excess acid in just 60 seconds. seconds per fast. Palmer is ready.
New balance, and we got now.
When it comes to seriously good ladies,
Good shot.
On a P&O Cruises holiday, I get the best view appearance from inside the plane.
Norwegian Fuels Holidays from 749 P&O Cruises. Holiday like never before.
Welcome to my crib.
show off yourself. IKEA is one of
That's starting maybe tomorrow.
Now, if you don't mind, it's just getting to the good bit. In 2 days' time, we might have a Russian asset run all country. Secret Service, coming soon to ITV1 and ITVX.
Chase sponsors ITV coverage of England men's football.
The rider is winding in the centre. It's the turn-up. It's one to Canada. It's a brilliant counter-attack. A cover of a turn-up. Bright start. That's cut the businesses in crime.
That big game that they won at half time, we were talking about the fact that England had the game with their traditional centre forward to an extent that England missed that vote.
So it seems like Japan, who started very well themselves, they've got they've got that they're making it very narrow for England. You've got Palmer, you've got Foden trying to get leaders sometimes. Gordon is coming in there, they're winning there, and then they're breaking down really quickly and very efficiently. I thought we started pretty well. Cole Barnes done some nice things. Seems to drop close down a bit more. Some of the passing I think even from Ben White because the ball could be a little bit better. But in the main, I think we put too much of a glove on him.
And they played like that. But their goal, we shouldn't be misled by where Cole Palmer loses the ball. That's pretty much immaterial, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so. Like I said, that made the game so compact and tough by the way we're playing as a nation. But here, you can't disclose the fact that Cole has to get on the ball and lose the ball there. We've still 4 or 5 guys behind him, but the efficiency that they attack is instrumental. We're going to highlight that. here now, Cole Palmer gives the ball. Just watch them run the distance between the two players. When the press is made, I think that's telling. I think we can talk about how aggressive we want to be and how forward thinking our forwards going to be, but when we lose that full transition, it has to be a process.
Exactly what we'd expect from Japan, you know, like I said, dressing at the back, very tight, winning back possession, breaking down.
Running off Cole Palmer, the second time here on the
Well, those are things that we've obviously got to watch out for, but like it's a pass that's going into the ball, it was very sloppy pass. You know, they did look like we have much and they're very ready to spring, they're ready to pounce in those areas.
There's a guy from Aberdeen who started watching last week and he's come back this week. I asked if he can sing it and he's on his phone and he's logged in and he's able to see it fine.
This is a great position for him. Look at the position he picks up here. That's perfect for Phil Foden in respect of trying to get in there and staying in that little second centre forward space, because he did it to him there. All sorts of things can happen. This is brilliant because we've gone direct. Brilliant touch from the goal. Now we need more. Maybe someone closer so he can have a 1-2 get going in that, or to get a good shot. And then Anderson comes in and he's caught it really well. It's just caught it too high, but you know it's from outside the box.
The temptation would be to bring on a traditional centre forward. You'd actually rather see the same personnel just shuffled around a little bit.
Yeah, I think it's key to change the personnel before you start to change the personnel, change the formation and structure a little bit. Phil Foden to go out to the right, Rodgers to the left, and then Anthony Gordon. And I think that would be a bit more familiar for the individuals themselves.
Yeah, at the end there was just sort of Phil Foden getting in the box as
I know
somebody
people
trying
just
to
do it.
very cross O'Reilly there. If you're not going to get a run in that sort of
Gordon is more used to playing as a false nine. Has certainly done that for Newcastle.
And what we just saw is a great ball from Pickford. We see so he can stretch, and that's the last thing that Japan want, is someone rolling behind and stretching, because then that opens it up and then that gives space to people like Phil Foden and Cole Palmer to work in. So I think it wouldn't be a bad thing. It wouldn't be a bad thing to put him on there and get stretching a bit.
To be fair, we said that the David Journers Celtics is the best team they've had, and they look it, don't they?
Yeah,
They're very good with it.
Very compact, very well organised, and comfortable at position, and that is telling because when they do win it, the transition is so fast. Yeah.
Japan leading by a goal to nil at half-time. Plenty for Thomas Tuchel to think about after the Turner shot, which just nicked off Nicola O'Reilly into the back of the net. And the manager
Right, mate. Solid. Relax when you've got like nice big drinks, yeah?
Well out. Pinches on now, please.
Where we are, 13, but for 32 days. It's a bit long, isn't it? At the end of the day, I couldn't keep up with it.
Between me jobs.
Brilliant fucking mate. I was trying all the tricks. Tried all the tricks in the sun to get this tied up in a few seconds, like. But that was a good chance. I didn't expect to listen.
What do you like now? I've got like skin.
Yeah.
You've got to get it all together. You've got to get 17. Sometimes I get too for you when you say that you're just going for that's it, don't take yourself out, get the ball. One trip, yeah.
Tesco Mobile, we know your friends and family come first. That's why we're happy to be your second most important network. This Easter at Tesco, enjoy a delicious whole bag of lamb or a succulent large beef roast veal. Now even better than half price with your Tesco Club card, because every day
Build wealth with Trading 212, the all-in-one app to invest, save, and spend. Invest in stocks and ETFs with zero commission. Trade anytime with 24-hour US market access. Earn 3.6% interest with our cash ISA. Spend like an investor with our free debit card and get 1.5% cash back. Get the Trading 212 app and start building wealth.
You do it too.
Chase sponsors ITV coverage of England men's football.
Very few sports events can magnify the attention of the nation as powerfully as the Grand National. Certainly no other horse race comes close to the breadth of appeal of the world's most famous steeplechase. The National lays fair claim to being the people's race, and it furnishes us with indelible memories. History stretching back to 1839 has remained the Grand National. Today's safest bet to be a non-fall for its popularity.
Voice of the late great Hugh McElhenney, hot on the hills of Cheltenham, the three-day entry festival almost upon us. Kicks off the week on Thursday, 1:30 ITV1. The Grand National goes off at 4 o'clock on Saturday, the 11th of April. We open the show on mark your card every morning from 9:30. Right, latest scores and the World Cup playoff matches. Italy 1-up in Bosnia. Moisky with a goal, but Bastoni's just been sent off. Sweden's goals from Elanga and Bielka, 2-1-up on Poland, 0-0 Kosovo, and the Czech Republic 1, Denmark 0. Salts with the goal. International friendlies, Jamie Donnelly for Northern Ireland on loan at Oxford from Tottenham, and Nicholas Pepe scored for the Ivory Coast against Scotland, Republic of Ireland 0, Macedonia 0. Even no changes of personnel. We wait to see the changing system, John.
Yeah, it could be. I just want to see us a bit more. I think the fact that we're so narrow and into the hands is kind of.
I'd like to see, to be honest, a little bit about them to see Gordon down the middle maybe, because I think we should stretch them. I think that's the one thing that they don't want more than anything else, because if you're stretching them, then leave space for people like Cole. So, you know, I'd be interested to see if people just change it up, because if it carries on like it is, I can see them actually starting to want to.
Big 45 minutes for Japan, but them to be winning for the first time would be a major achievement. By the way, the winner of that Sweden-Poland will be in Japan's group. How about partner in that first 45?
Like you say, we were talking about again, but we want him to be trying to be creative in those areas. But what we want is that they're going to try to fight 50, 60 yards, and someone gets a challenge on it, gets close enough to him. But we have to encourage him to keep doing that. But then, does he need a focal point so he can get it earlier?
The coach to be creative, they're going to unlock the opposition defensively, play safe forwards.
Yeah, definitely. We want him to play players in that position to play the most risk. We've seen Kevin De Bruyne do for so many years, so he's got the license to do that.
Leave it to the Sam to face for the second half.
Well, Japan have won at 6 and drawn 1 of their last 7 European tests. They're coming back from 2-0 down at home against Brazil to win 3-2 in October. But featuring Saudi Arabia to win Wembley would certainly get everybody talking. And they certainly look to be markers in that first half in terms of goal scoring. 4 attempts, 1 shot on target. Dixon, England deciding not to change personnel half-time as you suggested. But what up what?
Well, you just got to be brave. I think the boys got it absolutely spot on. Just take some chances, especially the ball players, the creative players. Cole Palmer gets to those positions. But if you go out running, there's no point in looking up. You're not going to look beyond the player. You can judge all that. Certainly for those 2 from 10 positions. You've got to do more of that. You've got to do more of breaking that back line. It's too easy for Japan to defend it. Back in shape very quickly. Stopping them from breaking at speed. Here's Kobe Maynard. Forward. Shoot from range. Sano is there again. Changes for either of the 2 teams at half time. It's great. There might be a couple of good overlaps, but sometimes when the wingers get the ball, just stay behind the winger. Let him take the ball back on 1 feet off. Don't have to always run past the player. Just drag another player back in that defensive third. That's a finding. Ben White. Rogers. Ben White again. Force the ball into the box. It's a little bit of a deflection. They've beaten them their previous 3 games against Japan. They beat them 2-1 in June 1995 in the Umbro Cup. Next 2010 at a friendly which they won by the same scoreline. They drew in June 2004, 1-1. Certainly wanted to test in this international break and this goal. This is Palmer. Through the legs of Joey. O'Reilly wants it back. Still waiting in the centre. Rogers. Ben White coming around the back post. It was headed behind eventually by Nakamura. Back to the other. There's Harry Kane wishing he was right in the middle. Close back across the court. 10 goals in his last 10 internationals for England for Harry Kane. Missing that sort of firepower. They've got to have an alternative just in case. They've not really stumbled upon anything they're ready to settle on yet. Palmer's delivery. There's not as much height in the England team as there usually is. So one of those who can attack on the set piece. O'Reilly. Here's Gordon. It's quite savage. It's probably made it. Swamp the ball and then the next pass. First player anywhere near the ball just dives in. Got back. Spitting and moving again, Foden trying to chop his way through 3 players, it's through the legs into Palmer, really fast, blue shirts, very congested centrally. Nakamura, into the turn, Canada, lying that one outside, having a switch, which is searching out Doan, it's a brilliant take, it's Doan. Just the legs and reflexes of Pinkford. The danger's not past yet. Taniguchi. Backing towards the line again, he made an intelligent run. This time the pass is a little bit too strong, but it's good football from Japan. Absolutely brilliant. O'Reilly just gets caught out thinking he can get the ball, and then when Doan gets into that wide position, beats him in the box. His teammates were screaming at him for a layback, pull back to an area where you can't shoot from there. It's very difficult to beat keeper of Pickford's quality there. A little pull back, and he's 2-0. Just a little bit of inexperience positioning wise for O'Reilly. Thinks he can win it. If he doubts, just drop off and let him have its feet.
They outshot Scotland 18-8 on Saturday. They've been a little bit economical tonight. Just the 5 shots for 2 on target. England haven't had an attempt on target yet. So I was thinking one thing about rectifying with a couple of changes and not to in the future. But we're looking for White from Gordon.
It's quite easy to stay a bit too wide there, get the ball inside of you, no way back, position is really good.
Start at the 4-5 game. Now Parker.
He needs a little bit of help. Got 2v1 left back position, he goes inside, just leaves you to it.
Just a snooker instead, yeah.
As long as it can.
Comes back, it's a square pass, it's a slow down.
We went through the team lines up because the English received Harry Kane, Osaka, Declan Rice, 3 big players for them, but probably starters out there when it comes to the World Cup in 78 days' time. See Bellingham on the bench as well tonight.
Yeah, the team is very good. Right, you're missing the 3 best ones. 4 best ones. You can't make that probably show up this much of an effect. Japan take a lot of credit for that.
And again, it's too easy for Japan.
I wanted to put it on YouTube. The referee is a pint. I can't see what is it? 16 something.
Level. Yeah, 60.
Chasing shadows there. Shirts everywhere. Good football inside. The teams chase the ball and the passing is just brilliant.
It's another Japanese chance. Well crafted, not quite well executed. But England have had their warnings.
Great Pinky.
Make a full-back run back to his own goal. It's coming to the big line. Just play to the top. It's too easy. The space is there. That's all. They're quite a high line at times as well. Japan. First time ball around the side and over the top hasn't happened.
Steve, please. Okay. I'll mark this and then you mark the outs. Alright?
and you know you're not going to get it with your own goal. Again, this one, the goal that is the full back on, there's no one there. You didn't get away with it.
Do this one.
Compton O'Reilly will be the targets here. Which is another one. Towards back post, completely missed by it's back behind the way for another corner actually. It's quite obvious that England are missing Saka and left and right. Missing corners that have been up to the usual standard. Keep the support without a challenge on that one. You could have caught that one as well. You're not particularly sure what's around you. Just overhitting them a bit. Not hard. Ready to go on Friday. It's a deep one this time. Conte with it. Yeah. Very wide from Ezri Conte.
See him.
All the best, lads.
The attacker off. There we go. You've seen enough. Thomas Tuchel, Livramento, Lewis Hall, Jared Bowen, and Dominic Solanke. All about to come on.
Enjoy your game.
Sorry, 5, and it's
It's going on TikTok, that's what's going on.
All right.
Oh, great shots, Steve. What a shot. Did as good as Dave Mitchell's play when he went straight to the pink.
For all those years.
155.
There's only 12 goals amongst the outfield players in the starting 11 tonight, Lee. Does that show there's too much reliance on the captain?
Well, he stays fit, then no. But the problem is, we've got a World Cup coming up, and we know that he's most youthful years and beyond it. So he's banging goals in for his club.
Just a little laughing emojis on the chat there. Just a little laughing emojis on the chat there.
The partner is coming off. Lewis Hall is coming on. Jared Bowen, I think will go out to the right hand side. Wouldn't be too surprised to see O'Reilly go in the middle of the park here. Will Bowen has been Solanke, really a like-for-like switch for the ball. It's also
Just queuing from the sand, so
think about those who have come off. How many of those have cemented their place on the plane to the World Cup? How many of them are going on a summer holiday rather than Sean to North America?
I think you just like O'Reilly, I think he'll be on. So the rest of them are kind of just I have to say that Palmer really done enough tonight. Holding again, same. Well, we haven't got many games left to it. spread it again, have we? It's coming. This is the last one. One game just before the World Cup. Watching the World Cup squad, so it's not worked. There's no doubt about that. So whether he perseveres with it in his mind, that might be the case, and just in case Harry Kane gets an injury, but certainly I don't think there's enough in there that you go, do you know what, let's look out at that and keep it.
Watching this at home, thinking there's still a chance for me.
Apart from watching it, this is what I meant, he's not here, so time from him.
It's cool. From the far side, so that's the Livramento.
Skill, good cross moves, sometimes he can in as well. Have a little look up, can't see anyone, just trying to hit an area.
About to make a couple of substitutions. The next few minutes. Just dispossessed by Sanos. A really good game at the heart of the midfield, bringing it alongside Canada. Influence the ball forward now. Just it back to Pickford. To have been a little bit more settled in his squad. He said to Gabriel, he's sure of his starting 11. Here is Jared Bowen to force his way into the squad.
You can fucking play. That one's definitely got on. Did you see that shot? It's in your life. That's very long, definitely.
Seco is a central defender. Well, we've got a picture now. Further forward is maybe the point man.
trying to find you earlier.
Yeah. Doesn't matter. It's no big deal.
No.
Sometimes it's the games that you don't play where your reputation is enhanced, and Jude Bellingham certainly might fall into that category. Harry Kane obviously does. I've played some of the best games on the bench, I have to say. The craving for wit and adventure.
So it was an hour and 10 minutes of
Yeah, it's on one I just watch live, it doesn't start from that free.
Marcus Rashford, just a few moments as well, which or just an injection of pace to the England attack. Definitely needs something. Solanke. Back here to the park of Rodgers was a good one. In by Hall, took a little deflection, and again the goalkeeper wasn't entirely secure with his handling. Already on the way out for the cross. Just took the ball back. Croatia against Brazil, live on ITV, 4 on ITVX from 1 AM. Well worth having a look at, especially with Croatia being the opponents in the first group game, which is only 78 days away. And we've got Soccer 8 for UNICEF on Sunday the 31st of May. Already over £120 million has been raised for children across the world. And we're bringing coverage of that on ITV1 on March the 31st. This is what separates the two teams as we go into the final 20 minutes.
Yeah, it can depend if Cole Palmer's going to lose the ball, he takes chances. He loses it in midfield, he's got another job, and that's to chase back. Yes, level with the Italian, more or less, and then just puts the brakes on and just lets him run away from him into the space. The pullback is perfect. A really, really good breakaway goal for Japan, and that's what Thomas Tuchel thinks about it from the England point of view. England's lost his own sides. Done himself any harm. He's got 19 minutes to show him what he can do again. The football that he played for Mexico the other night against Chelsea was
Buddy, you alright?
a little bit of that investment. Japan have made some substitutions as well. Out to Naka and Suzuki and Open for the bench. Suzuki and they come on for Doan and Matoma, goal scorer.
One.
Lewis Hall. Rashford. It's an early ball into the box, not dealt with by Taniguchi. Hall. Trying to real pass and get the cross in. He does that. Rodgers was hanging out there, couldn't quite connect the edge. A bit too high for the Aston Villa man.
Again, a really good cross. I love that cross. Just a little dip to the far post. Someone expecting one to the near post or pull back.
Funeral.
Probably been one of the better players in the Japanese team. He's done his job diligently.
They all know the job, that's the most important thing. There's really senses around when you haven't got the ball. Very, very tenacious. They've got jobs to do. Nearest man goes to the ball and then they get back up behind it.
Ghana. Always a Salaki. Down to Hall. The blue wall on the edge of the penalty area. And a second one
difficult to penetrate for England, who found it hard to get in behind them. Bowens crosses the box, which is well dealt with. Might come back in really. Anderson. Solanke. Livramento's cross, and it hands off the back of Suzuki, and it's out for a corner kick. Now, there's no penalty here.
Said so. Driving over players.
Definitely not foul for Anderson. It's a corner for England. With a chance to try and draw something here. It's right underneath the goalkeeper who got something on it. He will get it back again. Livramento is just on his right. Looked in by Anderson. Back by Solanke. Rashford. Still by the goalkeeper's back in. To do the athletic. Didn't quite catch it, but Rashford coming closest for England. It's a good ball to the far post. Just gets enough space against Rashford.
Jared Bowen's probably got a better chance of scoring as soon as he goes down straight to the goalkeeper for the next one, as well as the spinner, which is the
Easy now, that's the knock and roll.
large line. Good pressure, ball to the far post again.
Shot on target for the match.
Sometimes you need to know it's down to the system in the first half beyond, but also how well organised Japan are, what good side they are. Keepers playing as hard, just those crosses that go into the 6-yard box from corners is the dominant.
So I do
failed to score since Euro 2024 when they were held 0-0 in Cologne by Slovakia. They're a very well coached team, aren't they? By Hajime Oyasu, who's taking it to a second consecutive World Cup. He's the first Japanese manager to do that. In 1990, he was part of an exchange program who saw him as a club in Manchester United. With the first Japanese player to play in the Premier League. He wasn't playing. He was eventually the J League at the time. He didn't have a pro league, but he went on to represent his country. Narrowly missed out on getting to the World Cup in 1994. Certainly, there was a coach that will be there again in a couple of months' time. Former Southampton man Sugawara. Suzuki Freiburg. Tanaka, Sano, dispossessed by Hall. Rashford, Hall trying to escape. Back near Hall, and maybe it's all. Watanabe follows him. Has a bit of energy about, doesn't he, Lewis Hall? Tenacity, which England really need. Rogers. It's all. Rashford is out for another corner. Much better since he's moved into the tech position as well. And there is now that flight and power as England search for an equaliser right at the end of the day. Well done, Steve.
A few entertaining shots, look.
Everybody see what the score was.
55.
26, I think,
It was on 22 with it's 49-22 with the blue still left on.
Okay. Yeah, 54-22.
One or two people returned. 17 watch out now.
He wants them to get something to do, he doesn't want to lose. Despite the fact that this is mainly about performances in these two games, results are important to him too. He doesn't want to be beaten here at Wembley.
screen falls into the box now. It's not just underneath the box.
Yeah, that's all that. 155.
It's funny yourself to get out of way before you keep it.
No.
Those have not been in the pecking order. When he is a threat like that, see that it's still possible for him.
Yeah, both ends as well. Effectively, those positions, if he's squeezing the air. Still be in the squad, experience as well. That's for sure.
He's the one in this game forward. Little Hunter coming round the back. Comes away. Wise stayed up. Bowen inside the area. Still going for a corner. Not quite. Suzuki making sure they can go out for another corner. Trying to come up with a fruit possibly. Encourage the players to install time for Barrett Chambers and Red Light Solid to ensure they're fully recovered their physical condition. At the end of the day, you need goals. Really, in this England setup, he's not just the main source of goals, he's always the only source of goals.
I want to go from the forward.
It could be.
Also equaliser right at the very end. Japanese box.
I think we were just saying past 10 on the first one.
Bounces straight back to pitches. He's just swimming on your fucking table. The ball tends to follow. Scored once in his last 11. Touches. It's a chance to sign off with. Japanese going 2 on target so far. Missed a few. Those shots on target, Marcus Rashford is coming off the bench. played themselves really well here tonight. 67,000 with Japanese heritage that live in the UK. It's a very healthy support for the national team tonight. I said they're a little bit worried about being able to make the trip to the United States because the yen right now is very weak and the dollar is so strong. But initially have a very good support. Better in the second half, more substitutions, but overall, top end of the pitch is looking good enough. Still searching for a man. Trying to rectify that in the 2 months before the squad is named. Once Alves picks up the only yellow card of the game for the restart. Wanda, he's smiling. He's on the verge of history. On the verge of the first defeat on Wembley. Not much. Recently, that's because there is a little bit of experimentation. But you can see how desperate Japan are to win the game. It's another yellow card. See a massive player in the counter. This lead there with only a minute to go. There is Butt. She turns around to everybody before an international break like this and said what we consider as dark horses. We think that it's not impossible for us to be contenders for the World Cup. Foot up. They've done that. 1-0 victory over Scotland. They're on the verge of a 1-0 victory over England. This is a real big one. Obviously, the team that played against Scotland is the shadow squad. In this game, in general, it's very much their first team performed really well. We saw him there looking a little bit frustrated. He said Friday night might not have been the best match, but he learned a lot of things in the government. What's he thinking tonight? What's he learned tonight? Closer. Finalising his squad after this international break, maybe he is. It's a huge victory for Japan. Thomas Tuchel was hoping for its greeting of the few cheers for the England fans, but most of the noise is coming from the 7,500 Japanese supporters because they have made history tonight, the first Asian side ever to beat England. And Japan do indeed send a message that they are a dark horse going into the summer. 78 days before England's World Cup starts, they suffered a defeat at Wembley for the first time under Thomas Tuchel. Karen Matoma, well-known to Premier League fans and Premier League defences, but Brighton Hove Albion did the damage. He got the key goal on the night, a night when England didn't really deal with the Japanese threat, but didn't pose enough of a threat of their own. Harry Kane's absence keenly felt, so too those of Bukayo Saka and Declan Rice and Jude Bellingham. Thomas Tuchel will look back on his March cap and he'll be scratching his head. It's left him with more questions than answers. Answers that we will try to find after the break. It's finished at Wembley. England 0, Japan 1.
Chess sponsors ITV coverage of England men's football.
Two gives you more. More outfit choices with 20 kilograms luggage allowance as standard. More hotels designed around what you love, like that swim-up suite. More push to the bottom water parks on site. More food outlets. More ease of mind with 24/7 support. And more ways to book on in-store or online. We look at to it sorted at all and after protecting them.
We've got all sorts of games for all sorts of treatments, like hostile owners, Ferrari princesses, finance bros. Boy! Which notes that can drink on my film? Silent assassins.
Games! We've got all sorts. Games!
Nescafe fully coffee, because sometimes nothing tastes better than you know. With a creamy, long-lasting froth to get you ready for your next yes. Say yes to cappuccino. And get ready to mix things up with Nescafe chocolate flavors.
This part's a lot of work growing their nest bunches, like this blue tip.
Dave?
Listen to the way they communicate.
Dave? You're on mute.
Oh, well done. Nest. Together, building a bigger picture. In knitting.
Wowzers! That's big Easter energy. And at Asda, we have everything you need for a roast, like this succulent whole leg of lamb rolled back to only £7 per kilo. That's Asda price.
The Whopper from Burger King. 100% flavour of beef. Now juicier and tastier than ever, with fresh ingredients and even fluffier buns. Same thing, because different. Whopper never tasted so good.
Welcome to the neighborhood, a place where you always have a helping hand. It's always a challenge to settle in somewhere new, but it can be really rewarding. Bring on the deadlock.
The neighborhood, coming soon to ITV1 and ITVX.
Chase sponsors ITV coverage of England men's football. With the turbo Brighton, one of the most famous goals in Japanese football history. As they beat England for the first time, they win 1-0, and England beats them in each country for the first time ever. In their last game on home soil before the World Cup, Mark Gahey, the captain on the night. Here he is. Well, especially that personally, not the right result, Mark. How do you sum it up?
It's disappointing. You have to be realistic. But this is why we play these games. Towards the start of the season, we need these tests as a team. I think if we have the right perspective, these games help us to build, to be better, to improve, and to go into the next stages, which is the World Cup, and be ready.
What was missing, especially in the final third, do you think?
Obviously a goal. Like I said, we have to be critical of ourselves. But again, these are the tests that we need. It's important that we have these games to see where we're at. Like I said, it's all about perspective, making sure that we learn and stick together. The most important thing is sticking together. It's very easy to, I'd say, look at this one game, especially after the campaign that we've had. I think it's been a positive campaign, so it's important that we stick together, improve, and get better.
Harry Kane, of course, so you have to find another plan. How did the false 9 formation work? I'll be honest with you.
1-3-2. 1-3-2.
The right idea, to be honest.
You won.
It's always down to us. It's always down to us players to try and find the gaps and try and find a way through. Unfortunately, we didn't do that today, but we actually had a lot of chances today from set pieces, and you know, we created what we built. We just couldn't find the back of the net. But again, it's important we stay positive. That everyone stays, you know, behind one another and backs each other.
Those players have been auditioning to a degree, younger players. Was maybe there a little bit of anxiety that too keen to prove a point at time?
I wouldn't say so. I think, like I said, it's easy putting the show on. It's very difficult. Playing against teams that are well drilled, qualifying for the World Cup, we want to prove a point as well when they come here. But again, I'll reiterate, I keep saying it's important that we stick together, we learn from this moment and move forward.
Thank you, Mark.
Well, Mark, he said England needed a test, and it's a test they failed this evening. But here, let's start with congratulations to Japan. They've beaten Scotland 1-0, England 1. That is two magnificent results, and they deserved it tonight, didn't they, Japan?
Yeah, it did. It's a kind of performance. It's like the one we saw against Uruguay the other day, the kind of performance you might get in the tournament. That looks like one to me. Very ruthless, you know, very good defensively, attacking wise, you know, again they come back, they win the ball in these areas, and then once they get into this kind of area, they've got the pace, and obviously, you know, many people track them back, but they've got the pace, they've got the ability to pick up that pass there. That's a brilliant pass. That'd be a great World Cup game for them, winning by, you know, and the chance 16.
Cheers, lads.
Cheers, off. But, you know, in the end, you know, it's the ball.
Left you hanging.
Very lucky. Our game's been cancelled. I can't get a team. I'm not scratching. Dave said give it. Yeah.
There's only one beaten our price this Easter on the classics. So you can enjoy the foods you love with those you value most. Like melt in the mouth leg of lamb, fruit kiwi and fresh veggies, delicious. Here's deluxe spotted delicious quality value. The tests show the living process.
It is, yeah.
Did you take the full today?
I didn't know.
This is around 45. It's just so. I'm going to wait.
Well, I didn't even have a clue, so I just talked to him because I
Once the game was finished, this was still delayed.
You kind of
switch it off. And that was through the volume.
Well, you showed me the foot. Yeah, I'd have been number 2.
Right, see ya.
So I played alright, 35 break and I got beat on the black. That was a bit ashamed of. I sponsored. He actually might have had a 50 or a 60 if he didn't foul the ball.
That was in that.
It was like playing on the Titanic.
It was.
It was in.
That was in. I would.
Scoring.
I don't go back to
welcome to my crib.
I don't know where
There's a good chance I will be.
Yeah, but when? That's the question.
Alan's thinking, yeah,
Just walk home, get the car and go home. I apologise for what is stunning it. Session on the wall.